Everybody, it's Chris, and it wouldn't be another video without my freaking water heater running. This time the air conditioner also. So it's been a while since we've been on Project 600, and you can see Project 4000 sitting here halfway through a recap. We're just waiting on some parts. But finally, thanks to the good Lord, I have myself my package from Spain. This is a Furia. What is this? Dear Chris, thank you. Stay safe and healthy. Maria. Oh, look at that. That's an Amiga 500? Yeah, an Amiga 500 playing cannon fodder on a postcard. I like that. So we got ourselves a Furia 33. So we have some software Furia tune. And here's what she looks like. My phone keeps going off like mad. So this is the Furia ECO 28 megs. 33 megahertz. It has a little jumper on the bottom here. No idea what that's for. Oh, we got some pegs. Alright. So how do these install? Right here is your Motorola 68000. Right over top the 68000. Kind of like that. Oh god, that's hard. That's it. Alright. Here we go. Powering on. I just snapped it over top the 68000 socket. Let's see what happens. Probably nothing. Got a power light. And nothing. So after looking on the website, it says to run some IPA around your 68,000 because it can get oxidized over time. Okay. I'm lazy, so I'm just going to dry it with some compressed air. Just to make sure it's all evaporated and nothing is underneath of the pins. I don't know what the jumpers are. I'm presuming they're set because there's no instructions, there's no documentation. Alright, well let's just plop this back on and see what happens here. Nothing. White screen, the power doesn't change. Low to high, there we go. And we're doing something. We're doing what? What are we doing? We're not booting. The screen does change. Watch. I will reboot. Low. High. Hard disk light flickered. This doesn't work. Did you expect it to work right away? An Amiga product work? Nope. So we got it to boot. How did I get to boot? I had to take my Workbench out. But there's no information on the damn jumper settings at all. I've heard these are extremely finicky. Now we're floppying. Extremely finicky with their cards. Now I had a Lexar 32 4X. I'm probably gonna have to put something better in. So let's see what we get. We're also gonna put the Furia tune on here and see what it says. DFO Furia tune. You know what? Might help if I put the colon. Is there a help? Furia tune status. Okay, so Furia tune status. Furia tune status. IDE speedup is off. ROM map is inactive. Okay. So IDE speedup enables or disables the IDE speedup function. Map ROM, you can map file, that's cool. Control Amiga 3 seconds to enable 4 meg. Oh, I didn't even notice if I had the damn memory. So let's check it. Yay, look at that. I have memory, 2 megs of chip, 9 megs of fast. Woohoo! Finally, I can put my 3.1.4 ROM in here and have PCMCIe support with 8+ megabytes. Funny thing to say on an Amiga 600, you have RAM. I can just grab a 32 gig 120 megabyte extreme card and we can toss it in there. So what we're going to do? I don't think so. This light is just solid. Alright, so we do get the dude. This is a Workbench 2 ROM, so we can see it, and we're going to boot off of. Yep. We're going to boot off a DHO. That's not working. Doesn't like this card, which has the OS on it. Doesn't like this card. So we're going to try the Lexar 160 meg per second. And if that fails, we're going to go with the Chinesium SD to CF with a Kingston DH0 non-DOS. You know what? I gotta put my ROM in because this has got something on it I just can't destroy. I can do a ROM change right here, real quick. Out carefully. In carefully. Big card. 314 ROM. Energize. Hard drive. Floppy. Disk loading something. And nothing. I mean, is it really that picky? Alright. So we have install 314. If I reboot off of the same disk, I should have 2 disks that I can format. I have no hard drive. There we go. Okay, so DH0, we're going to do format disk. We're going to leave it fast file system on 314. We're going to call it DH0. We're not going to put a trash can. We're not going to do international mode, and we're going to quick format. Boop. Why don't I do international mode? Because this is America, baby. And that's what Jesus would do. DH1, we're going to do the same thing. Initializing disk. And then we'll fast forward through a floppy disk install. I could hook up the GoTech, but I'm lazy. And this place is a disaster, as usual. We're going to fast forward through the 3.1.4 install. Remember, I keep my monitor, my tripod crooked for speed. Okay, so now we're rebooting. It installed the whole Workbench fine. Solid. What the hell? Furia? Welcome back to part 86 of the Amiga 600 Furia project. I got some helpful insight from you fellow members of the Commodore Amiga Facebook group. I got one other trick up my sleeve. I'm thinking about taking the micro SD out of the... There's my water heater. Micro SD out of the Vampire and just borrowing it for a tick just to see how she works. So let me grab that. Alright, so here is the cheap Chinesium 44 pin to SD card, because after a micro SD Type 1 CF, not this, the 1066 Lexar, the 64 gig Centon, the 4 gig Transcend, and the 32 megabyte Lexar, I'm kind of out of cards. Alright, pin 1, we're just going to hang this out the side, put install in, and see what we get. Energizing. Card is just solid. Thank you all for your tips. Let's see if they pan out if this doesn't work. So we're going to format the disk. I wonder why the damn light is on all the time. DH0, no trash can, no international file mode, just fast file system like Jesus would do, and format DH0. I'm gonna reboot it now. Actually, we're gonna power it off. Power off. Panning down. Powering on. Friggin' drive light is still solid. Maybe it's got something to do with this stupid adapter. Don't know. So there's DH0. It came back up. We're gonna go through the install again and proceed. So the activity light is solid. The power light is always what's making this thing stay. So this is not booting. Okay. Same as all the other SD cards. Compact flashed, whatever. There we go. So I'm just going to say disable CPU patches and boot. See what that does. There's Workbench. Cache is on, FPU is on. Let's turn the cache off. IDE speedup is off, cache is now off, FPU is on. Warm reboot. Bingo. Alright, now the test. PCM CIA 512 giger, FAT95, plugging in. Nope. Furia. There it goes. So CF card uninitialized is not correct because it is initialized on another system. CF card not initialized. Let's try the other one. So we'll put that in there and we'll go in here. Alright, there was the one for the 1200. Sysinfo. Sysinfo. 68 ECO20. iCache is on. Nothing else. Speed. I have the CPU crap turned off. I'll have to run it manually. Maybe. 36 megahertz. Cool. Memory. 8 megs. You'll have 8 megs of fast, 2 meg of chip, 1.5 of slow. 1 meg slow, 2 meg chip. That's where you do the add RAM command, and it'll give you an extra slow. Alright, so we're getting there. Evaluating system. Oh. CPU is at 3.1 megahertz. FPU is at 13.4 megahertz. Oh. Hate this keyboard. What is it? Cache. Okay, cache is on. I can add that to the startup sequence. Which Amiga again? 33 megahertz. So, I'm going to have to boot it with cache off. Oh, that sucks eggs. 9 mega fast, 2 mega chip, 33 megahertz, which is what it was supposed to be. Awesome. But, if I do not boot with the CPU cache off, the Furia will not boot. Booting in 3 megahertz mode. Pet peeve, sorry. Alright, so now don't forget the E, dummy. Okay, cache is on. Now she'll be speedier. I don't like how my hard drive light is just solid all the time. That's just kind of butts. Pull this out. Let's turn the cache off. Whoop. It's already in there. Cache is off. It's kind of a stupid way to do this, but usable. So there's my compact flash. We're going to try eject this. Put the 512 in, which is not going to work because it's not the right driver. But that's great. That works. What I need to do now is, with the CPU extensions off, we're going to shut this turd down. Get rid of that. Take this out. Just like that. put this one back in. I don't know what's on here. Ooh, that gets hot. Not super hot, but still pretty hot. We're going to try booting that with CPU extensions off. So now with the CF card, it's actually booting correctly, and there is another 314 that I never put the PCMCIe drivers on. That was the other one. So that works. Nothing on here, of course. We're going to eject this floppy. We're going to reboot. And again, solid light. I have to boot every damn time on compact flash with the disable CPU caches. Let's see if we can crank up the IDE speed. So let's do a comparison. First, let's put in the 128 meg compact flash that's probably infected with Hitchhiker. Let's go to sysinfo, sysinfo. We're going to go speed, 33 megahertz. 0.85 megaflops, 6.29 MIPS. So we're going to go to drives, and we're going to choose DH0 speed. We're going to turn, so 521K. Just for example, the compact flash card, 1.6 on the original, so the 1.1. So 528K, remember that. So let's quit. Let's run a shell. IDE speed up is on. We're going to run the same thing, sysinfo, not doing the speed. Going to go to drives, DH0, and speed. 540. So IDE speed up. It could be the card. Let's go for the Lexar 32 gig. We're going to put HOS in. Once again, it's a base build. These are all 314s with nothing on them. Sysinfo, drives, DH0 speed. This is the super fast compact flash card. I don't know why it needs it, because this is slow as balls. This thing does 150 meg per second, and it's getting 500 freaking half a meg per second. Why do you need a fast card? It sucks regardless. Compact flash has 20 buffers. Compact flash device getting 1.1 meg. The hard drive has 30 buffers. That's just ass. Back on the Furia day 3. I ended up putting this back in. When I put the 3.1 ROM in, everything works. There's the 600, and we have all the RAM. Snapshot them all. This is a 3.1 OS build. 4063 kickstart. Workbench 4042. So Workbench 3.1. So we're going to reboot with the 9.5 megs of RAM. And we are going to turn the IDE speed up on. We're going to sys1, DH1, sysinfo, and we're going to go to, right now, we know speed, it's 33 megahertz, 68 ECO20, 6882 FPU. We're running at 6.91 MIPS and 0.94 megaflops. We are 6,623 dry stones. That is fast for a 600, but it's not fast for a modernized Amiga or something more substantial like the 043,000, the 4000, or greater, or especially the Vampire. But if we go to drives, we can go to DH0 and hit speed, and we are now getting over 1 point something, 1.3, 1.4. We'll see, I think, 1.437, and DH1 will be very similar because it's on the same card. This is an SD card in a compact flash adapter, 1.4, and I don't have the other one in, and it's answering all the SCSI commands. I have 2 4 gig partitions, 2 gig partitions, I forget, 2 gig partitions, and of course memory, we have 8 megs of fast, 1 meg of slow, and 2 meg of chip, for a total of 11 but we use about, a little bit of chip RAM when we're running Virus D in my backdrop. And the Witch Amiga is also reporting that we're at 33 megahertz for the FPU and the CPU. Mainly the FPU throws the megahertz to the CPU. It's an EC020. It is a ECS Denise. It's the same crap, 8372, 8375 for a 2 meg, and your computer is an Amiga 600. We have a ROM 3.1 and Workbench 3.1. The Furia seems to like that. When I went with 314, you saw I installed Amiga OS probably 5, 6, 7 times, different compact flash cards. I was losing my freaking mind. And I thought since I got the latest brand new Furia that it would have been patched. This is what the box looked like. So it was, Furia 1424 reference. I don't know, that's their internal part number. Amiga store.eu. So that is the Furia 600. It's a hell of a lot better than it used to be, because a stock 600, oh my god, I'm sorry that you have to suffer so bad, Amiga users, on a stock 600. Man, it's pretty bad. So now at least she's rolling, and the Furia does get a little warm. It's creating some heat, but it's right on the vents, and it's passively cooled. So we're gonna slap the screws back in this, put her on the shelf, and prepare for the next project. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something.